So Keith, thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to talk more about the Invictus Games a little bit later on, but first I'd like to read you out a quote from a certain Prince Harry. And His Royal Highness said, "If you're going to try and plan something this big in under a year, make sure you've either got Sir Keith Mills with you or don't bother doing it at all." What do you think he meant by that?
Well, we had a coffee back in November, and he's a very persuasive young man, and he has he's a really inspirational guy, and so when somebody like Prince Harry asks you to do something, you really have to step up to the plate.
Still ahead after the break, we talk to Sir Keith Mills about London 2012 Olympics and his latest venture, the Invictus Games. See you then.
We've decided the Invictus Games will not just be a one-off event, it will continue, and over the next couple of years we'll be looking for other host cities, other host organisations.
My name's Andy Grant and I'm representing Great Britain in the athletics in the 2014 Invictus Games. For me it represents recovering from sport. Sports played such a huge role for me in my recovery since injury in Afghanistan. But I'm really competitive, being in the Royal Marines, really competitive, so I'm keen to put on a good show and hopefully grab the gold. And also it's an opportunity to say thank you to the general public, everyone who's got behind the Invictus Games and supported it, and also friends and family who've also been along the recovery pathway with me. And it's just going to be great to be amongst fellow injured servicemen again. I'm sure for me, it'll just be like being back in the Marines again.
I am Lance Corporal JJ Chalmers, Royal Marines, and I'm representing Great Britain in the Invictus Games 2014. I was injured 3 years ago and it's been a long journey, and sometimes there's not been light at the end of the tunnel, and when will it all sort of, when we ever get life back to sort of where it was and aspire to the sorts of things I used to. And then Invictus Games came along and it's unlocked so many things for me. Things I used to have and I've got back. Prince Harry and Sir Keith Mills have made this happen. Simple as that. It's been so many people have made this happen, from the team that put it together, the team that are actually competing in it, the Great British public, but they have been, the spearhead has been the two of them.